Hi lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for stopping by. Now today's class we shall be looking at how to make a buba. Okay, so here I will first of all fold my fabric into two. Okay, I first of all folded it into two this way. Right, so that the two edges will meet together. Then I'm going to fold again like so. For the course of this tutorial, we only need our hip line measurements. Okay, so that's the hip line we are going to use to cut it out from the shoulder line down to the hem line. Okay, so the hip that I'm working with is 42 inches divided by 4 will give us 10.5. okay, so I'm going to measure that 10.5 starting from those points. Of course, you know that it won't be having a zip, okay, and no joining at the shoulder line. Okay, so the quarter of my hip line is 10.5. Then I'll add 1 inch for ease. You can as well add just half an inch for ease, okay, but because this is a pregnant woman, that's why I added 1 inch for ease, and I'll add 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, so I'll equally take the same measurement down to the hem line. Okay, I'll mark my 10.5 and I'll mark my 1 inch for seam allowance and 1 inch for ease. So I can just go ahead now and cut this out. Okay, so I'll join these lines together. Okay, so now I'll be working with this only. So here I'll consider the neckline that I want to work with. I'll be using 3.5 inches, and down here I'll also use 3.5 inches. So I'm going to connect this. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out, but when I'm cutting it I will just shift my hands more so that I will use the small inch. I'm using 0.25 for my stitching, so I will use it for the hemming of the neckline. Okay, so I won't be cutting exactly the 3.5. Okay, so this is for the neckline, both for the back and the front. Okay, so having done this now, the next thing I have to do is to consider my sleeve. Okay, in buba it doesn't no joining here, so I'm going to be attaching an extra sleeve, okay, to it. So here I have to take back the shoulder line, and the shoulder I'm working with is 14 inches, which is 7 inches. So here is the actual shoulder, so I'm going to check what I have here left so that I will know what to join to complete the sleeve that I want. So here I have 6 inches. Okay, so I'll just call it 5.5 because I'll be using 5.5 to join the other part of the sleeve. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to cut out another sleeve to join this. Okay, so coming back to the sleeve, I have here 13 inches. I'll be using 3 inches for my hemming. Okay, I want the hemline to be bold, and usually the loop is also usually big when you fold it. So I'm going to be folding it this way. Okay, then I will attach here to this part. So the armhole I'm working with is 18 inches. Okay, so I'll make use of the armhole down this point. All right, 18 inches divided by 2 to give us 9 inches, but I'll use 10 inches, okay, for my seam allowance, 1 inch for the seam allowance. So here I have the 10 inches. So I'll just go ahead now to notch out this point. I'll go ahead now to notch out this point. So that when I open it up, it will guide me properly on attaching this. Okay. Okay, so this is the notch part, and this also the notch part. So right face facing right face. I'm going to go to the machine now and stitch this out straight this way, and I will do the same thing to the other side. Okay, then after that I'll come back and show you how we're going to be turning the neckline. Okay, so I've fixed the sleeve and I've also hemmed the sleeve. Okay, so this is it. I'll attach it to the body. I'll attach it to the body. So I'll just go ahead now and cut out my facing. You can decide to pipe it, but facing will give you a very beautiful and nice outcome. So I prefer to do facing than to bias the neckline. So I'll just fold my fabric, okay, the same way I folded the top. I'll fold this way, then I'm going to fold like so again. Okay, hope you're seeing what I'm doing, like so. I'm going to place this here. I'm going to place it like so and cut out my neckline. I can remove this and cut out this. So this is my right face. Then you have to iron this out so that it will give you a line that will guide you to know the shoulder. Okay, so this is my shoulder, or you can equally notch it out. Okay, then I'm going to notch out this also. I'm going to notch out this. I'm going to be placing this right face facing like right face. So I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to place this here. Okay. So I'll go ahead now and make a round stitch. I'm going to stitch this round, then I'll notch them before I'll turn it inside. Then use my hemming gum to hold it firm. Okay. So after that, I'll go ahead to use my half and my 1 inch seam allowance to close up the both sides. I'm going to use 1 inch to close up the both sides from the sleeve. Okay, from the sleeve, I'm going to use 1 inch. I'm going to sew like L shape here, then I'll go down, and I'll do the same thing at this other side, and that will be all. And I'll equally use like 1/2 inch to hem the down part, and that is all. So I'll come back and show you the outcome. Okay, so this is the end of the tutorial. As you can see, you hardly even notice the joining here. Okay, and this is the neckline. So thank you for watching till the end. We will meet in my next class.